Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. This news story come out today from News West 9. Interesting, sad. Suspect burglarizes North Midland home, killed by homeowner who was using self-defense. Okay, and there's more to the story here. I'm gonna show you here. It said the city of Midland tells News West 9 the suspect burglarized a North Midland home Saturday morning, was killed by the homeowner who used self-defense. According to the police department, at 4:09 a.m. on Saturday, officers responded to 1400 block of Daverney Place due to a disturbance with weapons. Upon arrival, officers found a man identified as 37-year-old George Samuel Butler, located at the scene, deceased. MPD determined that Butler entered the residence by force with rifle, and then the homeowner placed Butler in a chokehold sometime during the burglary. Butler was killed by the homeowner in a case of self-defense, according to the city. Okay, and the next of kin was notified. I shared that on my Facebook. Okay, he put him in probably a rear naked choke, is my guess, and choked him out. And so I shared this on my Facebook, and I said the evidence shows that I had trapped a burglar in my bathroom on the night they cut my phone lines and shot me. I had been reporting repeated burglaries to my home prior to this, which are crimes that continue to this day. People in the attic is a burglary of habitation according to Texas law, and they're going on not only in my home but many other homes because they're rigged homes. And we know that our law enforcement and the press they're actually aiding or abetting these violent criminals that are breaking into our homes. And in my case, they falsified evidence and covered up the murder. Anyway, I said I had a gun that night, but it didn't help me. Proof was found showing that police were under my home, and who then tampered with evidence and lied on the police reports to cover up this capital attempted murder. Those officers' names was Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, and Hale. Called them out 1,000 times, and never one time have they ever said, "No, that ain't true." You know why? Because it is true. They were under my home, and somebody under my home shot me. So sometimes the homeowner kills the home intruder, but other times the home intruders cut the phone lines and kill the homeowner, with the Midland Police Department helping them. And that's what happened in my case. And then it gets more interesting. One of my Facebook friends here in Midland, I don't know her, but Alexa Danae Singleton says, "This article is so false. Sam Butler was a friend of mine. He was lured to his death at the home he paid for, and there were 3 people who are being investigated heavily. Sam was not a robber." And she goes on, I said, "I'm sorry to hear about your friend. I'm not surprised to hear that a premeditated murder was covered up by the Midland Police Department and the press. That's what happened here in my house. I just didn't die. God saved my life. And she replied back, says, "He made $500,000 a year. He's not a robber. His wife had her affair partner and her brother and the children at the house that Sam pays for. There's so much more to this story. It's still being investigated heavily." So anyways, that's the scoop there on a burglar that breaks into a home. I heard a burglar in my house today, and I've notified. I had all kinds of proof. There's so much proof here. There's underground homes here, and half the town knows about it, and they're connected to multiple murders. This is what Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.